What up, y'all? What up? What up? What up this Tuesday evening, y'all? I know it's kind of late, but hey, better late than never. Plus, you guys asked the question yesterday. No more late live. Shit, I don't know. I go live when I feel like going live, or I feel like y'all need me to go live, right? To make sure your life is good. But check it out. You know what I've been thinking about all night is this dude, Russell Westbrook. I know he got a lot of fans. I know a lot of Clipper fans watch this channel. Man had a hell of a game tonight, but you see them turnovers, especially in the fourth quarter? See, that's what cost them. See, them the type of players I warn you guys about. You have to worry about players like that. You can't look at his numbers. Just because he's an underdog to you and he scores 27, 28 points, you still have to watch the way the game is played. Those turnovers, horrible. Cost the Clippers. And I got to say this about my guy, Kawhi Leonard. If you watch that game, the end of that game, did you see the effort or lack of that Kawhi Leonard had? Did you see that? That's pathetic, man. Kawhi is giving up on the Clippers. Kawhi needs to be investigated for gambling on games. Did you see that, though, for real? He wouldn't shoot the ball the last possession he had the ball. He wouldn't pass the ball. It's like 58 seconds left in the game, dude. Y'all down like 10 points. He's acting like there's no shot clock problem, nothing. And then he travels. Man, that was a purpose trap. Dude traveled on purpose, dude. That's cold. Kawhi Leonard, you a cold dude for that, man. If you're tired, take yourself out the game. If you're tired, pass the ball. That was pathetic, man. I'm so disappointed in Kawhi. And it's not just this game. It's not the first time I mentioned it. I mentioned it all year. I told you guys all year, man, watch Kawhi. He's one of my favorite players. I think the guy is a great player, offensively and defensively. I don't know what it is about Kawhi. He's been tanking, bro. I'm telling you. Tonight, he proved my point. Southside, what up, homeboy? As far as the breadwinners, man, thank you guys that signed back up for the breadwinners. Unfortunately, we had a bad day one. And day two wasn't so great. But it's all right. We just get started. We're going to be all right. Shout out to the Dodgers, man. Dodgers look real good. A lot of those off-season acquisitions really look good for the Dodgers. I said they're not as good as they was this year as they was last year. But I still think we got a good team. Kershaw threw a shutout, right? Yeah, no. Yeah, Kawhi tripping low. I'm telling you, man, because people think I be hating on players and think I be hating on the Clippers, which I do. But no, I just be trying to keep it real, man. That's crazy. Kawhi did that in such a big game. But it's still 1-1. I thought the Clippers would keep the game close. I didn't expect them to win today. In fact, breadwinners, I told you take Phoenix money line, Clippers +8. So if you took the money line, you got to win. If you took the +8, you're probably more disappointed than I am. Yeah, it was crazy, man. I don't understand that. Little Rock 501 was cracking. Kev, what up, homeboy? Kev, is there any way you can conduct an interview with Big Evil? Possibly. I'm not sure Big Evil's situation right now, but I thought he was trying to get out. I don't encourage anybody that's trying to get out to do any interviews. So, I don't know, bro. I don't know Evil. Never ran across him. I don't know. RJ88, what up, homeboy? I'm working on something real nice for one of my OG homeboys. I'm going to call him the forefather because he was the first Crip in the area, West Side Crip, and he bought neighborhood to Crenshaw High School. All the OG homies know him on the West Side, Cutes and everybody. The Bloods, the VNGs particularly knew him real well. I don't know about Inglewood, but yeah, very well-known dude. I wouldn't consider him a legend, but I'm going to give him forefather status because between me and you that's watching, one of our original homies that calls himself the Godfather of the Hood told me Squally D was this Crip influence. So that should say it all in a nutshell. I'm not going to say no more, and I'm not going to put the homie name out there, but it is what it is, man. And the homie Still Bill, rest in peace. Still Bill is one of the original 60s. I'm talking about original. And before Still Bill died, man, he left me a lot of information on the 60s and Squally D. And so I was just talking to Cutes. Cutes is at work. Shout out to Cutes. I was just telling Cutes, man, I'm so grateful that this guy had the right mind to leave me some history, man, to really chop it up with me and give me notes and notations and quotations on some of the stuff that I was too young to know. So yeah, shout out to Cutes and the homie Still Bill, rest in peace. If you ran across him, you wouldn't have been here today, allegedly. Who was that? Big Lee, what up, Big Lee? You up kind of late on the East Coast, man. Yeah. That's the homie, though. Southside, just chilling. Okay. Gerald Parker, what's cracking, Kev? Nutty checking in. Hope you feel better. I do. I feel real good. In fact, I feel so good. I got to FaceTime with my grandson, and I got to see the twins. So I don't know what the smirk and all that was about when I said I'll be there soon, but like I'm a liar or I don't care about my grandkids. I don't know what the smirk was about, but I can't wait to meet the twins, man. What up, kevmacvideos? What up? But yeah, my grandson and his brother and sister on FaceTime was exciting to me. So I was up for that. And I let them know I was feeling better so they could hit me up. And yeah, it was all good. I work second shift. It's my kicker time. Oh, all right. That's what's up, Big Lee. Compton Girl, what up, homie? Foster, 6-time 10 lawyer, what up, man? You've been around a long time, homie. I mean, you're very consistent. I appreciate that you always checking in, bro, for years now. Michael Hawkins, that's right, kid. Love them G babies, absolutely. Oh, you talking about Big Evil? Okay, I got you. Yeah, allegedly, right? But it was a few of them. I mentioned it to y'all before. It was about 5 of them dudes, man, really putting it down like that. At least 3 on record. Yeah, Big Evil, and there was a couple other ones, man, from that section that was with the business, allegedly, according to newspapers and court records, right? That's right, Kev. Yes. But yeah, it was an exciting day in sports today, or maybe it's just that I'm feeling good, man. I'm really feeling good. My back was killing me yesterday. I didn't know what I was going to do about my back. Normally, I don't take pain pills, but couldn't take it yesterday. I was in excruciating pain. I had to take them pain pills. Kev Mac, I've been watching for years. Okay, Bob Marion, I'm glad you left a comment today and let us know that. I appreciate it. Yeah, Dodgers look real good. But like I said, it's our off-season acquisitions that look good. Of course, Kershaw looked good today. But I was looking at Kershaw, too, and I couldn't help but laugh. I said, Kershaw throwing that slow, raggedy curveball, and it's working. Long as he don't go to that fastball, man, he gonna be all right. Because if you go back to, and I'm gonna make this into a 2-part story. If you go way back and remember, Kershaw giving up them home runs, them bombs, them was fastballs. All right, so fast forward to our recent conversation on one of the recent lives where I talked about how European America, the media, these people in the media, these sports broadcasters and analysts put things in our head for us to believe, and we hear it, we take it, we run with it. Now we're having conversations on the block, in the barbershop, sports book, on the bus, the airplane, the airport. We repeating these conversations like we really know something more because we believe it. We happy to recite it. And the other person that's seen the same TV shows you seen, ESPN, etc. And they feeling the same way. Yeah, man, such and such is good, such and such is this, that, and the other, right? So I'm thinking about Kershaw. We've been trained to think Kershaw blows games. We're trained to think, because if you remember, Kershaw had this fast fastball. Kershaw could hit 100, high 90s. Remember that? So we was taught from Vin Scully and Rick Monday and all them that this dude got this fast fastball. And he got movement on his fastball. This is what we was trained to think. And we watching, and we don't see nothing wrong with his fastball because he's throwing heat and he's mixing that curveball in there and he's throwing all these immaculate baseball games for us as Dodger fans, right? But now some, whatever, 15 years, how many ever years he been in the league later, and I'm watching and analyzing this old dude, and I'm saying, man, the fastball is what really hurt his career. He was getting bombed on this fastball. Now this dude got this slow curve and it looks really good. And I'm saying he probably got tricked too, thinking that his fastball was all of that. Man, he was getting beat for years on the fastball. So maybe he'll take a trick out of the old Atlanta Braves pitching staff book and just stick to the slow stuff. Stick to the curveball, man. You know, leave that fastball alone, especially since it's only in the 80s now. You damn near throwing a Nolan Ryan slow ball now. What's your take on Denny Green? I don't really have no take on Denny Green other than, or is it are you talking about Danny Green? Is that his name? Other than he got a couple of rings. I mean, I don't have nothing bad to say about. I actually like the dude. He's not one of my favorite players, but I actually like his game and stuff. He plays D. Sometimes he can shoot the three. I wasn't trying to rhyme either, y'all. I'm not King Real, but it just came out that way. He's stupid as hell. What did he do? I don't know what he did that cost him. I mean, what did he do? Y'all got to school me on that. I don't know what he did. Draymond jumped on dude's chest like he was on a die. Man, that's Draymond Green, bro. That's Draymond for you. But RBS aside, dude shouldn't have grabbed his leg, man. Don't grab my leg. I could pull a muscle with you grabbing my leg like that. Don't do me like that. But yeah, he shouldn't have stomped him in the chest. He should have waited and elbowed him later on or something. Or he should have accidentally fell on top of him real hard, right? Oh, Damian Green? I don't know who Damian Green is, man. What did Damian Green do and who is he? You know, I don't be knowing some of these names, bro. School me real quick. Damian Green. He tried to take his breath away. Golden State Day, migrate. Oh, you talking about Draymond? Is that who you talking about? Oh, Draymond. Oh, you threw me off with the name. Draymond Green. Oh, I think Draymond he crazy as hell, but we already know that. Like, that ain't nothing new, bro. Hey, OG, dude is just off the hook. You know what I'm saying? If I played in the NBA, I would be similar to Draymond Green. I would have a little more composure. But yeah, I'm out there playing street ball, dude. You want to play? I'm going to play with you. Grab my leg, I'll kick you in your chest. Yeah, I got you. I figured out who you was talking about after a while. Yeah, that's Draymond. It's Draymond Green from Go. Yeah, I know. I already figured that out. Unless y'all typing, unless my screen is slow. Yeah, I figured it out. But I like Draymond Green, homie. You watch all the time. You know I'm a fan of Draymond Green because he plays hard on defense. And truthfully, homie, and this is a fact. This ain't an opinion. It's a fact. The Warriors are a better team with Draymond Green. When Draymond is out, that's when the Warriors start to lose it. When Draymond gets fouls out or gets ejected from games, Golden State usually blow those games. So as far as from a team aspect, he's an idiot. He's an idiot. That was very selfish. That was very personal. As far as his personal being, I don't care if he kicked dude or stepped on him. You know, like I said, I'm the same type of player. Don't grab my leg, homie. Ain't no telling what type of injury I could get from that. I could pull a groin from you pulling my leg. You know what I'm saying? My knee can get hyperextended. Don't do me like that. So I'm not mad at him. Um, Mental mistake, but he's known for that. That's part of his game. He's gonna give you that. You know, like they say about Kobe or Curry, they're gonna give you some turnovers. That's just part of the game. You have to expect that. So you have to take the good with the bad sometimes. I don't have an issue with Draymond actions from just a basketball fan that's not on the Warriors, that don't own the Warriors or have no stock in the Warriors. And it don't look like Kurt cared. Should he be suspended for one game? I think he should, yeah. Not only should he be suspended for one game, I think the owners, the front office of the Golden State Warriors, should fine Draymond Green. They should do the right thing like Minnesota did, man, when they disciplined their players and sat Gobert out. Yeah, I think he should be fined a little bit. Something has to happen to deter him from those same type of actions. But at the same time, depending on how I'm feeling, if I'm GM or owner, I'm going to ride with Draymond. Like, good job, dude. Good job. You know what I mean? But, it's a toss-up, homie. It's really a toss-up. But I will say, if Steve Kerr didn't have a problem with it, then I damn sure not going to have a problem with it. But Kerr didn't seem like he cared. Curry just was like, y'all dogging us out. Klay Thompson was like, man, that's wrong. It didn't seem like they had a problem with Draymond. I didn't hear no press conference, so I don't know what the chatter is. I ain't read or heard nothing about no newspaper articles or no sports channels. So I'm out the loop as far as the aftermath of what happened, what was said. But from what I seen in real time on the court, that's how I feel about it. I'm letting that slide if I'm the league. And why would you let it slide? Because Draymond was the responder and not the one that started it. Kev Mac, what you think of calling Westbrook? Should he ignore it or square up on haters? I think he should ignore it. I mean, at this point, he know he can't shoot. Just go on and face reality. Then when you have a big game, a scoring game like tonight, pound your chest a little bit. Just beware of pounding your chest and bragging on how many points you score in a loss, where the best player on your team gave up at the end. Poole, man, look, what Poole just got a look that make the team want to pack him out. You know, Harrison Barnes, man, y'all see the way he playing, dude? Like, dude really out to prove something, right? Kev, would you interview Bounty Hunter BJ? Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't plan on it. I wouldn't be looking forward to that interview. But I'm not gonna say it would never happen. But it's pretty obvious. Like, I never spoke on the situation from a personal standpoint, but it's pretty obvious. It's pretty evident that me and dude don't see eye to eye. Sean Smoke, what up, homeboy? Shout out to you. What, he been suspended for 3 games? Come on, man. Antonio Smith, what? He been suspended for 3 games. Number 1, what up, homeboy? What's up with you? Man, I'm surprised all y'all up this late, man. I got more people in here now than I had the last couple daytimes, man. Like when I'm going live early for Kev. That little loony video, one of the best. I've been hearing that, man. I've been hearing that. Like I said, I got a few calls about how good it was, and that's not normal. Most times people don't call me to salute me, they call me to complain. Kev, did the Lakers make a huge mistake in passing up DeAndre Foxwell? Absolutely, without question. We went over that yesterday. You might want to go back and look at yesterday's live. Check out the play-by-play, man. Fox was the better guy in college head-to-head. They both won 4 games in the NBA going up against each other. Fox has the better numbers offensively. Ball slightly has an edge on defense. But yeah, absolutely, man. Fox. I don't know who that was last night that called Fox trash before the draft. That was a hell of a wrong statement, by far. Hey, good looking out, man. Good. But the video everybody liked hands down was T. Rogers. I think you got one bad comment, and dude said, "I'm unsubscribing. Kev Mac is regurgitating public information again." I mean, guys like that, get the hell on, because if you watch the video, there was a lot of new information put out there in that video. So that shows your attention span is horrible, and you're just a hater. But man, look, the first dude to cash at me said he was from BPS. Salute. I'm from the other side. I'm from Stones, but it's a good job. He sent me $50. That right there, I already knew it was going to be a good video off the top. When a so-called rival hit you up, compliment you, and send you some money. I got dudes as my partners that don't send me no money. I got partners that don't say how good a video was when they enjoyed the video. So that I knew that was going to go good. I wasn't quite expecting 100,000 views in 5 days, but hey, I'll take it. I think it's probably at 102,000 now. By the way, subscribers going up a little bit. We at 142,000 now, I think. Curry couldn't buy a bucket. I don't know if that has anything to do with the Kings. Now, Curry's been doing that lately. What up, Crazy? I'm on live right now.
Okay, Mike.
I'm on live right now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm on live.
Oh, my bad. I just got back in the truck and seen
the text
message. I just pulled up in Vegas, too.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, hit me back.
All right, but oh, okay. So they done suspended Draymond for how long? Somebody just texted me that Draymond got suspended for his comment about Sabonis didn't get up for a while. That was admitting that it was intentional. I mean, it was pretty obvious it was intentional. Isn't that why he got a flagrant foul? Kev documents real LA history. Good looking out, man. I try. Like I say, you got some people that say our research is bad, our information is bad. The people we talked to gave up some bad information. But hey, man, sometimes you don't know everything about the people you think you know everything about them. I like to use the male that's in a relationship with a fast female. He swear his woman won't cheat on him. He swear he got the best woman in the world the whole time. She got her side piece on the side that she was in love with in high school. Or a dude or her coworker. A dude she see 5 times a week that she's falling for because he come to work smelling good. He keep a 9 to 5. While you hanging out on the street corner and drinking Old English. Shooting dice with jackers and killers. Crazo trying to hit that casino? No, I don't know what Crazo trying to do, man, but I'm not hitting no casino tonight. I'm finna hit the sack. Will you bring Audrey Frog back on your channel? Yeah, Frog will probably be back on soon. Frog's book is done. Frog wanted me to let you guys know that his book is done. It's about to go to publishing. I had long time ago, I promised Frog that he could come on and publicize his book. However, my disclaimer is that's before I knew what was going to be in the book. And so, you know, some kinks I got to work out. And some Too Pretty Kenny told me, he said he gave me $50 to do it. I don't never remember no $50 to come on and plug your book. I mean, if that's the case, I want all y'all to give me $50. I'll plug your book right now. What you want me to say about your book? Shit, I'll tell everybody y'all got a fire book. You send me 50 right now. But yeah, I would have Frog back on though. Yeah, I would bring Frog back on the channel to answer your question. Kick-Ass was fire. You know what? I could have made Kick-Ass story better. And you know what's crazy about that story? In the end, when I said Big Cal knew who Kick-Ass was and knew what he looked like, and Cal said he whooped Kick-Ass in the bathroom, now I'm getting all kind of texts with speculation that it really was Kick-Ass. And that was never my intent. If that was really Kick-Ass, I would have left that part out the story. But now people saying that it's a good chance that was really Kick-Ass. And they also saying that one of the other homies had got a Kick-Ass, which I don't know nothing about. But now they saying he was taking Cal's fame when he was telling his story. So yeah, but shout out to Kick-Ass, man. Shout out to the CPF. They were our foes back then. Small for sure, but definitely was on the radar. I mean, you had to know whose block you was going down whenever you went down 64 for Fairview back in the day. But yeah, I appreciate the comment, RJ. You know, somebody had mentioned yesterday that I said a lot of trends when I mentioned names. But that ain't nothing new. I've been saying that for over a year because it's a pattern that's been set. A lot of dudes are going to talk about some of the guys that I bring up, but I don't see nothing wrong in that. I think it's a good thing because this is how I see it. I kind of see it like T. Rogers. Like you bang all your life. You dedicate your life to this stuff. 10, 20, 30, 40 years in some cases, right? And then you die. You got to leave something, man. You got to leave some memories. Your name got to continue to live on. I mean, if you ain't got no money or no property for your kids and your grandkids, man, at least have a legacy. At least have something we could sit back and talk about. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to gang bang in vain to where you're just forgot about. Like you messed up the community. You contributed to tearing up the community and possibly genocide. And then you forgot about. At least you want people to remember the good about you or remember that you made a name for yourself in them streets, right? So I agree with T. Rogers on that aspect. And so I think it's a good thing when other dudes come behind me and tell stories about some of these legendary guys or legendary instances or just reminisce and keep their homie's name alive. But it's never meant to be in vain. It's never meant to put nobody down or, you know what I'm saying? Pierce the heart of a rival gang or nothing like that. You feel me? Go Young DJ. I think people should do interviews for their family tree for the next generation that never gets me. I agree. Now, I'm going to extrapolate on that. That's one of the first big words I ever learned as a kid, extrapolate, which means to explain. I say the same thing. Now, I'll go as far as to say it don't have to be public. It don't have to be for YouTube. It don't have to be for no Netflix documentary. But at least have it in a family. You know what I mean? Like an iron when your parents die, or like the picture of your great-grandmother or great-grandfather that you might have hanging up on the wall or on your mantle. Have that tape. And as technology changes, Move it over to digital. Put it on stick. You could get a stick for cheap and give every family member a stick like this. I mean, these things got a lot of gigabytes on them now, and they don't cost no money, man. You get these for $10, $12, $14, and you can put your interviews on a stick like that, man, and get multiple sticks to give out to the family. And when you die, or when more of your offspring are born, man, you can give them one, or at least sit them down in front of a computer or a TV and let them see that. Because I would love to learn more about some of my ancestors. Shit, I live to see my pops make it to, I think, 65, 66 years old, something like that. I think 60, pops might have been 65 or 67. And I had conversations with dude, you know what I'm saying? I went from not liking dude to not respecting dude to really like learning from dude and looking up to him and asking questions. And it's a lot of things I didn't ask him. It's a lot of things he never shared with me. I would love to be able to pop in a stick and find out about his relationships to Tootie Reese and some of the younger guys on the east side that became big drug dealers. I would like to know if he knew Freeway Rick. We never had a conversation about Freeway Rick other than, oh, he came later. You know what I'm saying? I would like to know more about the Vineyard. Like, he ran with dudes from Vineyard. I would like to know more about that. You know what I'm saying? He knew about the Magnificent Seven. Now, I would like to know, how did he know these dudes, and did he know any of them personally, right? He hung out around Horace Mann. I would like to know who the hell did he know around Horace Mann other than his one buddy Clyde and his wife. You know, Pops knew everybody's wife. Like, he had personal, private relationships with a lot of dudes' wives. But I would like to know a lot more about Pops. I would like to know more. He didn't like his years in Texas. He didn't like being a kid in Texas. He moved to California, I think he was 7 years old. But I think it was more so because he didn't have a relationship with his father. And, you know, we had conversations about his dad. I mean, we couldn't have conversations about his dad because he didn't like him. He didn't want to talk about it. But toward the end of his life, Pops went and moved with him. Maybe that lasted 2 years, maybe 3 years, maybe, in Cincinnati, Ohio. I think I might go for one more kid. Hey, man, I would love to have one more kid. Then I think about my back and my age. No, that's out. 6 years ago, 5 years ago, the right girl, I would have went ahead and had another. But now I got grandkids, man. I ain't got to worry about it. So those stilts are better than using the old floppy disk or something. Floppy disk, man, I wouldn't even know where to put a floppy disk right now. Nigga, if I'm stuck with any floppy disk, I feel like I'm in trouble because I don't even know how to look at that. But yeah, man, you want to put those on these memory sticks, bro, or some backup hard drive. But the memory stick would be the cheapest way. Financially, that would be the best route to go. Kev, did you hear what the Dodgers did for Andrew Toles? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was cool of the Dodgers, man, to sign him to make sure he get his health right. That was big. I think what the Dodgers did was big, but I think Major League Baseball as a whole should put some type of fund together for players like that. So it don't have to come from one team's ownership or front office. And it shouldn't be them that make that decision, because what if the Dodgers said, no, we're not going to do it? Then it would never get done. But if Major League Baseball puts a fund together for that, then even if the Dodgers don't do it, Major League Baseball had it covered. So I think the Players Association should do something about that when they have their next meetings. And I think Major League Baseball will go for it, particularly if it's not coming out Major League Baseball's pockets. If they can get different ownership to pay a certain amount or take donations from ownership yearly, And maybe players, like some of the players that get these huge contracts and don't show up, they should offer something to funds like that. Who knows? It could be one of them that have mental problems or become schizophrenic later down the line, right? Or as we know from the past, a lot of them become alcoholics or drug addicts. So I think it was a great gesture, a great thing that the Dodgers did for Andrew Toles, man. Plus, he was a good player for the Dodgers, man. I hate that he, I don't want to say it wrong, but I hate that he developed these mental issues to where he could no longer play for the Dodgers. Kevin, you spoke to Big Devil from 60. He has an interest. Have I spoke to him since he's been incarcerated? No. Had I spoke to him before that and know his story? Yes, absolutely. I told this one story not long ago when my sister died. Big Devil came to her, what do you call it, memorial. And the preacher said, you guys need to get saved, man. Because he already knew what I was into. And he knew what type of friends I had and my niece and them had. So he's like, you guys need to get saved. Because these are younger dudes, way younger than my sister. These are my friends and my homies. I didn't know Big Devil was coming. I didn't ask Big Devil to come, but Big Devil showed up because he had met her before at the house. And my dogs, Tom Tom and Moody and everybody was coming. So Big Devil came. Preacher said, you guys need to get saved, man. Anybody want to get saved today? And nobody's raising their hand. He like, come on, there's somebody out there that need to get saved. Don't be shy. So Big Devil raised his hand. And he said, young man, come on up here, man. Come on up here and get saved. So Big Devil walks up in front of everybody and goes up to the stage to get saved. And the preacher say, man, what's your name? And everybody was real quiet. And he said, man, you want to be saved? Yeah. Ooh, yeah. What's your name? He said, they call me Devil. Man, everybody fell out laughing, man. It's like, hey, my grandmother was pushing 90-something, right? Grandma was like, Grandma didn't know how to take it. Like, this fool name is Devil? He in church saying his name is Devil? Like, he didn't tell us his name was Pierre Romain. He said, my name is Devil. They call me Devil. Hey, man, we fell out laughing, man. But that broke the ice for everybody, man. Everybody felt good after that, knowing that Saul is becoming Paul right in front of your eyes, right? But unfortunately, he already had the case, man, and knew he was going to end up likely in prison. Tootie Reese family stay across from AG, Avalon Gardens. Tootie Reese got, yeah, okay. All right. I heard Tootie Reese was from out that way. But Tootie Reese got family, man. It seemed like everywhere, right? I guess in-laws and stuff. Yeah, man, that was a trip, man. That was all right though. Old Big Devil, man. Yeah, Devil got a crazy story, man. I don't know how Big Devil ain't in prison, like having all these big networks and programs coming to visit him, like to reenact his story. And shit, he could probably lay down multiple stories that they can actually document and portray him, and he'd be set when he get out. But yeah, man, yeah. Come on, man. I know y'all got some questions, some conversation. I want to see about Draymond Green being suspended. Draymond Green suspension. Draymond Green suspended. Ain't showing me nothing, man. Ain't showing me nothing. What's up, y'all? Hey, good looking out. Good looking out. I don't know if I should say your name or not, but good looking out. I got that. Imagine 60 years old at a parent-teacher conference. For who? Imagine being 60 years old. Oh, for the kid. Not bad. Some grandmothers raised their grandkids, man. So they was at parent conferences being all old and stuff, man, because they raised their kids. Big Kev, is there any chance of Cat Caesar making a return in your platform? You know what? I don't know. I haven't spoken to Cat Caesar since Little Doc Thorne had got arrested. He called me, asked me a few questions, and I've never spoken with Cat Caesar again since then. I do know that in talking to Alonzo, man, he got some groundbreaking stories he's gonna release soon, man. I'm like, man, you finna do numbers, dog. But he wants to see how you guys take it. I can't tell you guys what his project is. That wouldn't be right. But I look forward to it. So be looking forward to some content by Alonzo pretty soon. By the way, I've been checking out this podcast with FG. If you guys haven't seen this podcast with FG, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty good. And the one thing I noticed, and I shared this with Alonzo, FG is well rehearsed, man. FG is like a veteran in this game. FG knows, like he knows the ropes and the politics, like he's been through this already. He says what's politically correct. He will avoid controversy at all costs. Alonzo asked him some great questions, man, that the streets and square people that would like to know, but FG just ain't gonna go there. Maybe off camera, but not on camera. So I was telling Alonzo, man, dude is real seasoned, and that's a good look. Anytime you could talk about the 60s or any other reputable gang in the Southland, and nobody get mad at you, nobody's calling around talking about you, then you're doing your job correctly. What do you think of Jalen Smith contract? Jalen Smith. You mean Jalen Hurts? Who's Jalen Smith? His suspension is being looked up. Them aliens holding the info. Thanks a lot, Dan Gould. Them aliens need to release the info about that boy's suspension. My man said Lakers gonna win it all. What you think about them Devil Rays now? I still think they're the truth. I thought I mentioned yesterday, but it may have been for the breadwinners. They coming down to earth now. They done lost like 3 games out of their last 5 or something like that. Tampa Bay Rays final score. Oh, they won 10-0 today. The Rays handled their business today. All right. But yeah, the Rays are the truth, man. I done spoke on them so much on like 2 lives that I'm not even going to get into the Rays tonight. You meant to say locked up as in locked up. Okay. Why is the highest paid players always somebody with no reason? Is that true? I don't know. Oh, man, Sir Uncle Buck in the building. Uncle Buck, good looking out, man. Happy late birthday, brother Kevin. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I see you've been taking your meds. I appreciate you and your comments, bro. Shout out from Cambodia Town, East Side, Long Beach, LBC in the building. All right. Shout out to Boxer, Asian boys, Long Beach. Kev, you excited about the Tank Davis? No, I am not excited about the fight. I wouldn't even be watching the fight if y'all didn't keep reminding me that it was coming up. But I like Tank Davis, yeah. Sir Uncle Buck, that's what's up. Yes, sir. That's what's up, Uncle Buck. FG is straight up honest. Facts. Okay. FG looked like the one of the Pookie twins from 9-0. You think so? I love them dudes from 9-0, man. Them dudes is all right. Sir Uncle Buck, Have you interviewed anyone from Full Trade Gangster? Can't really. No, I haven't. I haven't. But I have been seeing dudes going back and forth on the web about all that gangster stuff, man. I'm like, man, it's crazy, man. But no, I've talked to some full trades. I've talked to some reputable full trades. I wonder if I could interview this one dude. He got like 4 books up out of there. Nah, I think Melly Mel might have just interviewed him, or maybe Cartoon. I met him at Centinela Park at a businessman reunion back in the day. I think S Mac might have been with me, or L might have been with me. No, I think S Mac was with me, man. We ran across a dude on the float. We chopped it up real good. I know y'all falling asleep and shit now. Y'all in sleep mode. Like now y'all just listening to the phone or the TV right now. Like y'all not even tapped into the live chat. I see somebody who took over Sinful the P's channel, huh? I wonder what that's about. Sinful the P was getting it, man. Sinful the P was man, he really had YouTube on fire with them super chats and cash apps, man. Sinful the P is the one that hit me the cash app. He actually taught me how to do the super chat as well. This before it was so simple and everybody was doing it, you know. Let's see. Come on, y'all, shoot something at me. Hey, whatever happened to that dude that was trying to clown me? And I said, fool, my gun worked. I capped back. Oh man, you getting all serious? You talking about killing people? Like that square dude got the hell up out of here and never came back. Or he went and got a new name and now he act like he a regular. Remember that? I was just thinking about that fool the other day. Kid, why don't you do a story on the catwalk? Maybe at some point. I mean, I don't think I'm really equipped to do too much on the catwalk. Just my experience in the catwalk, which um, I know some of those dudes don't really want to be like affiliated with the catwalk. They want to be RSC 60, right? And some want to just be 51st Street, right? But I don't know. Maybe one day I'll run across one of the homies that want to talk about it. I know Shoes is home. I haven't seen Easy Loke in a long time. I haven't talked to White Boy in a long time. He got deported back to Mexico. Uh, I think Vinny might still be around. Catwalk 5-1 Will is still around. I don't know if he's willing to do an interview, but he's still on deck. Uh, Big Dave, rest in peace over there. I don't think Worm might want to speak on the catwalk, but I don't know to what extent. I know Moody know a lot about the catwalks. I mean, there's people that's still around that could probably, you know, dig into that. I don't be trying to force nobody's hand that don't want to talk, you know, or be on camera. You feel me? Did parts of catwalk become over here 60s or not? Nah, absolutely not. Did Roscoe become over hill? Yes, sir. But no, the catwalks is not in the hills. The catwalks are actually separate from the actual 60 turf. Bloodhound got deported. Yeah. Easy Loke is a hard name. Yeah, I did county jail time with Easy Loke. Good dude, real good dude. Matter of fact, I want to say when Snoop Dogg, the rapper, was in Wayside, me and Easy Loke was on the yard together. I think White Boy might have. No, I'm not sure White Boy was there or not. White Boy was on like a juvenile part of the county. What about another interview with Avalon Blue? I never thought about another interview with Avalon Blue, but I mean, he's welcome. He's been on here. He's welcome. What about ODM Slim, China Max beef? I don't know nothing about that beef. Profile of schools, hoods, reptiles, athletes, and celebrities. No, I mean, I'll get around to some of that, but I don't think I'm going to actually do the schools, the landmarks. That might be more of a Skip Townsend type thing, right? Or some of these knockoff channels. Athletes would be good. I might be in line to be able to feature some of the athletes or do stories on some of the athletes. I don't really think too many people in that lane or can even, even try to get into that lane. I heard some catwalks became 5'8". Well, 5'8" and catwalk is not in the same geographical area. 5'8" would be south of Slauson. And the 5'8", man, they just different. They different from catwalks. But yeah, there was a lot because they both in the 50s. They intermingled. So you would have 5'8" go to catwalks. You would have catwalks going to 5'8", but the same with the 60s. 60s being the catwalks in the 5'8". But I wouldn't say they turned 5'8" because they're two different hoods. My parents had a nice house on Verdun when I was a baby. Oh, that's what's up. Kim, you a real one for reading the comments. Most YouTube channels don't even acknowledge the comments. Trust me, I told all my proteges you got to check out the comment section. Hey, look, let me give a shout out to somebody real quick. Let me give a shout out to Demon, right? I think Demon's name is Terrell Stewart. Now, I don't know what I ever did wrong to Demon or said to piss Demon off. Demon been riding my coattail for some years, man, with some things that wasn't very pleasurable to read, wasn't very easy for me to breathe in. I never banned dude been able to say whatever he want to say, anti-Kevmac video for years. But dude left a comment saying, not too long ago, he left a comment saying that, I got the best content on YouTube. And I thought that was cool, man. But then most recently, he left a comment admitting that he learned from me, he respects what I'm doing, and he got his style on YouTube from me. I didn't really know how to take that because now I'm looking at it like, you've been hating me all this time, but envying me the whole time. Or take it as, man, he really found himself, and it took a great man to be able to come up and admit that, because he didn't have to admit that. He did it on his own. And it sort of made me figure, should I feel good about that? I'd feel better if he reached out to me and asked me some questions that helped him rather than you having to disrespect me and put down my videos and up the Hood Postman's channel on my channel for so long for you to understand and get to the point where you at now, feeling comfortable with what you learned. But the whole time, man, I just do me, man. Y'all can like it or you can hate it. Again, man, I had wrongfully went off on Go Young DJ, and I apologize. Sometimes we could get ahead of ourselves. We could get full of ourselves. We could become egotistical. And that's never what I'm trying to do. And so I apologize when I feel like apology is needed. I don't have a problem with being apologetic. But I don't go to other people's channel hating on them or talking shit. Back in the day, I used to give constructive criticism to a couple guys, Street TV, what's the guy's name? Vlad TV. But when I seen how the crowds would get mad at me and get pissed off at me, I backed totally up. Like, I'm not going on nobody's channel and get in no constructive criticism. I'm not going to help you be a better man on YouTube if it's going to cost me, your fans hating on me and talking shit about me. Now I will. Hey, no, no. What up, homie? I will say that I give it to Bam. I give Bam constructive criticism because I like to see Bam out there trying to do better for himself, man. I like the fact that Bam ain't too proud to get on here and ask for whatever he asked for and share with whatever he shared with y'all. Because his channel was doing real bad at one time and it's not doing it so bad no more. So I kind of feel good giving Bam constructive criticism. But what up, 8-9 on up? What's going on, man? Yeah, I seen your kick ass story. I didn't see the River Rat one, but it popped up though. But yeah, man, like I was saying earlier, it's all right if somebody tell a story about a name that I mentioned. You know what? Some guys deserve their name to carry on and their legacy to carry on, man. It'd be a shame to live on Earth 40, 50 years. You die of cancer or you die in these streets, and then all of a sudden, your name don't even ring no more. Nobody even know you. Everybody done forgot about you. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, I don't have a problem with it. I think a lot of dudes should be honored and given their flowers, man. Um, we didn't live the best lives. We didn't always do the right thing. You know, sometimes we hurt mothers, we hurt communities, we hurt people. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we hurt our community. But we wasn't always the animals that the media portray us to be, and we wasn't always the clowns that the police make us out to be. You know, sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes we just a product of our environment. And I don't say that to make excuses. I say that to say every young black man should be proud of himself, no matter what he did coming up. You know what I mean? And we should be allowed to be able to rectify our wrongs and be seen as decent human beings like a lot of other people. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's dudes you see on TV, it's dudes you see in Congress, dudes you see running for office that have smoked crack, that have molested kids, that have raped kids, that had kids while married to other women. Oh, we forget them. We forget all about what they do because they could pay some money and make it go away. While we can't forget what we done in the hood. You feel me? What up, CJ? What's up with you, homie? I'm still loving my cup. Appreciate it, man. OG Bam, my boy, he doing his thing. Okay, all right. You give some good game, homie. All right, let me see. Eric Black 60. If you give some good game, homie, you keep it 100 about situations that's happening in every part of the country. So believe that a lot of individuals taking notice and notes you did. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I mean, it's for the culture. I do this for the culture, man. I do it to pay bills now, too. I mean, remember, I couldn't pay bills once upon a time. Gambling had me on my back. But I do it for the culture, man. I do it for the culture. And, you know, when I say I do it for the bills, I'm joking, but I'm not really joking. I really do. But I just got to mention this before niggas be looking at me foul or be like, I ain't sending him nothing. Remember, I used to do this for free. I did this free for a lot of years, homie. Even when I had the magazine, we took L's. We didn't make money. We lost money. We did the magazine and lost money. Man, we did it for the culture. And it's always been that way. I used to do tapes and stuff for the hood, DVDs for the hood. Man, homies wasn't buying. Homies was going to steal it, was going to duplicate it, come watch it for free, come sit at the crib and watch it for free. All of that, man. So yeah, we was doing this for free, man, way before YouTube and way before, I had to pay bills. Will you be willing to do an interview with Dreamform TV? I don't think I would do no interview with Dreamform TV. I'm not going to rule it out, but I don't think I would. I wouldn't be in a hurry to do it with Dreamform TV because, see, Dreamform TV puts me in the mind of a Vlad TV. Let me explain before you get it misconstrued. with Vlad TV and with Dream Foreign. Does he have TV in his name too? I would have to ask questions. So you couldn't just interview me and I sit there and answer your questions. I couldn't be under the spotlight or help make your channel look good without me asking you questions. Like I would have to ask questions too. Some may be offensive. Some you may not want to answer because it's your platform. Some you may want to cut out, and you have the right to do that. Like I know when I did the interview for Alonzo, when I got the 6-0 Raider jersey on, Alonzo cut some things out that I said, or at least one, he cut out one thing that I said, you know what I'm saying? And you had a right to do that. It's your channel. You have the right to screen the content that's put out on your channel. But if they interview me, that would have to go in the interview, man. I would have to ask you questions too. We could go question for question, blow for blow. Because I got questions. I got questions, and I wouldn't want them on my platform. I wouldn't want to be interviewing them on my platform, so it would have to be on their platform. You do real history, some other channels all above you. Absolutely, homie, without question. I tell people all the time, man, I could do numbers if I really wanted to. And sometimes I do want to do numbers, but I want to do numbers the right way. I don't want to do numbers with controversy, disrespecting another black man, and I don't want to do numbers being messy. So you're right, bro. I try to stick to the real history and my personal stories, my personal experiences. And I invite anybody to disagree with my personal stories. At the end of the day, those are my experiences and my stories. So I really don't care what anybody got to say if they disputing it, but I feel like there shouldn't be a muzzle on my mouth. Like, why my mouth? Like, if anybody should be able to jump out there and say some outlandish things or put somebody on blast, I feel like it should be me. And I'm not the type of guy that jump out there and feel like something should be me or about me, but I think I should be that one, though. You know what I'm saying? But good morning to the UK viewers. All right, what up? What my man say? 8-9 on up, homie. The field behind that building, shit, even at the shells, felt crazy when I touched down. The set to pay my respects, it was a gloomy feeling, man. Mac, did you know Big C? Nah, man, you just asked me about Big C. No, I didn't know Big C passed, man. When did he pass? I might have to dig out some pictures and see if Big C is in any of them pictures, man. Dang, man, that's crazy, man. Mac, you are also the only platform that don't upload videos of LA gangs dissing other sets on their hood. Is that what they doing now? Baby Crazo site. Baby Crazo, what up? KMV, you to go to the street culture genre, no debate. Crazo, do you know we ran across a picture of the dude you had a fight with? Man, look, dude, I gotta give you props for even fighting that dude. What made you want to fight that dude? Like, you know that dude didn't care if he took an L or not. He was gonna fight you to the end, bro. Baby Crazo. Yeah, we got that flick, homie. A dude you did the story about, the fight story. Your contributions to modern history are much appreciated. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Again, I'll be glad to share more legends from other hoods at some point. You know, I'm willing to work with anybody from any hood that want to honor one of their founders or most legendary figures from their set. Okay, so yeah, you told me dude was Thede from Swan's partner or a bloodline up in there. I don't remember him. I remember them two dudes. What's their name? Inch. I remember Lil Inch, right? I met Big Inch on the street, so I met Big Inch and Lil Inch. from Swan. I think I came later, CJ. If I did, I didn't really fuck with no Damu, so maybe I just didn't know him and didn't fuck with him, man. But I didn't even mess with Ted at first, man. I had some things to say about Ted that I regret. Ted ended up being a real one and actually was the first guy to send me a card when my mother died. And when I got home, Ted reached out and congratulated me on going home. I mean, he got at me like I did life or something, man. I only did it 2 and some change, Ted. But yeah, I got a lot of respect for that brother. And if you didn't know, I brought Ted to the hood. Ted came to the block in the hood. We drank out in the open, everything. A couple homies knew Ted. I introduced Ted to a lot of homies that Ted had heard about from Mump and Moody, probably yourself. And yeah, I got nothing but love for Ted, man. I need to call old Ted and check on Ted, man. You said him and Ted were aces. Yeah, man, I don't think I was on the yard with that dude, or I just wasn't fuck with Damoos like that, man. It took me a minute to mess with Ted. Ted played baseball, man. I was gonna love a baseball player for sure. Rest in peace to all the loved ones, for sure. That's crazy how the 60s had friendships with a lot of Swans and some different lanes, man. Ain't that crazy? I guess that comes from gangs that you don't actually beef with on the street. Like, y'all don't get along, but you're not at war with on the street, right? Or maybe because y'all dudes did so much time that y'all went prison to prison and pretty much seeing the same dude year after year. Y'all built bonds with dudes like that. Hopefully you do a video on the significance of car culture and gang culture. The significance, I don't know about the significance, but it's definitely a correlation. Kev Mac and fellow Aries, I'm representing Aries on our last day. Keep up your great work, Kev. Well, let me tell you this, my brother. You got to learn how to spell Aries, my nigga. Like, I don't know what school you went to. I don't know how old you are. But if you are Aries and you represent Aries, please spell Aries right, man. It ain't but a 5-letter word, homie. You got to get Aries right. You are Aries, man. Could be a typo. Or you may need your glasses like I need mine sometimes. You got a good story with you and Lil Looney. I thought about this over and over. I don't know if I have any good stories, but I've been knowing Lil Looney since elementary school. And I would have to go with this one, man. Because for the life of me, like, we all have our experiences with different individuals. Like the same individual, we all have different experiences with, right? I don't know why homies never talk about Lil Looney pop locking. I don't even know that the homies know Lil Looney used to come on my side of Slauson and have pop lock contests, right? So I'm gonna give you this one quick story. This is off the muscle, not thought out of none of that. We had this dude named Clifford. I don't remember Clifford's last name. Clifford actually lived on 54th, so he was on my block, but he was on the side street. And Clifford used to pop lock. Clifford was older than us. Clifford used to claim PPH, Pimpin' Player Hustler. Clifford used to wear like the Gilligan Island hats. He used to be, like, he dressed smooth. He dressed sharper than us. Like, he wore these fresh sweatsuits, and Clifford had a perm, and he was kind of chubby dude. Like he really couldn't make the cut with us, and I was younger than him. But he couldn't make the cut with my brother and them age group or our group. Like, we didn't really respect Clifford like that. Clifford was a dancer like Rerun. Clifford used to do all that stuff that Rerun them do, right? In fact, he looked like Rerun with a perm. Old Fred Berry looking dude. And we had this library, View Park Library, on the next block. The block behind us, there was View Park Library. And so between Keniston and Harcourt. And we would go up there and People would bring their boombox and stuff. Lil Looney used to come over to our side in his khaki suit. He would wear like a white Dickie suit or a black Dickie suit with some suspenders and stuff. And Lil Looney couldn't take losing and pop locking. Clifford, he was like happy-go-lucky. Clifford didn't care if he won or lost. Clifford just wanted to dance, man. Clifford could dance. And Clifford wasn't no Crip. And so this is like, we talking like 1982, 81, 82, 81-ish probably, maybe 82. Boom, we all meet up at the library, and they get the pop locking and shit. And Lil Looney's hard. The crowd is probably about 9 of us. The crowd, I think F Dog might have been there, and Patrick Van Loo might have been there, Mark Sanford might have been there, and they pop lock. Looney's hard. Clifford get off with the old rerun stuff. Ooh, Clifford serve Lil Looney. Lil Looney get off back. Ooh, Lil Looney's hard. So Clifford get the pop locker. Ooh, this fat dude is hard. Man, Lil Looney got so mad, man. It seemed like spit was coming out his mouth, snot was coming out his nose. It wasn't, but it just seemed that way because Lil Looney was so hot. He was steaming hot. And Lil Looney slapped him. Pow! Knocked his hat off his head, man. Because Lil Looney couldn't take losing, man. And we thought that shit was so funny. Clifford's way older than us. Clifford didn't want that fade. Clifford didn't want to fight. I'll never forget that. So Lil Looney walked off, and whoever walked off with him back to the 60 side of Sloss, they walked off like they was hard. And I'm just sitting there like, man, Clifford, you made our side look bad, you big punk. I didn't tell him that, but that's what I'm saying to myself. And we walked back. Man, I could never be seen around Clifford or following behind Clifford or with Clifford or none of that after that. Clifford became Lucifer from Rolling 60s. Clifford probably spent his adulthood in prison. So I don't know what Clifford's up to nowadays. Last time I seen Clifford was in 1992 riots. Clifford came up during the 92 riots. He was fresh out of prison back then. I'm going to see if I can dig up a picture of old Lucifer. But, yeah, Lucifer couldn't make the cut. But you know how when you start going to prison, I don't know, man. Smokers and dudes from certain hoods, they could make the cut. Ted and Aheem went to Fremont. I saw Ted at a few of Fremont reunions. Yeah, you know what? A triple OG Swan invited me. Now, you know what? I think Jimmy Lavender invited me to a Swan reunion. But he never got back to me about the Swan reunion because he was telling me he think he could get some Swans possibly to do interviews if I showed up to the reunion. Could you imagine me showing up to the Swan reunion, CJ? How was it, man? They give you respect. They know you a rip. Because I think them dudes might want to try me or something. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but the Swans, I know they all cool, though. Matter of fact, I'll take that back. I went to the damn park by myself when the Swans and the Figueroa boys was having a little reunion, man. They gave me full respect. They embraced me and looked out for me. So I'll take that back. I probably could go to a Swan reunion and get something up out of them. Yes, Aries, that's what's up. Aries, you're right, Kev, man. One thing Aries can do is laugh. Dang, Shaniqua, she spelled banging. Shaniqua, what up, homie? Looney slapped the devil out of Clifford. I think he slapped the devil into him because he became Lucifer. Like back then, he was just Clifford. And he became the devil after that slap. Like he slapped him with so much fire, he became Lucifer. Man. Any other Lil Looney stories? Man, Lil Looney was a beast. I know that. Lil Looney took at least 2 guns out enemies' hands. Like, I had never seen that before. I think, from what I know, it happened again. I think the homie Crip Crazy, maybe the homie Peanut may have done that later down the line, but Lil Looney was the first one I ever knew to do that, man. He did that a couple of times. What else Lil Looney used to do? Lil Looney used to have this saying, think I ain't. And that saying got big back then. It's like 1980, 79, 80, probably 1980. He used to say, think I ain't. Like you'd be like, what's up, Looney? You going to the fight? Think I ain't. You going to the game? Think I ain't. You know, you going to get dressed? Think I ain't. He had everybody emulating his sayings, man. I remember that. What else? I remember the first time Lil Looney hit up on the wall. Him and Lil Crazy Boy denied it. They say I'm wrong. Man, I ain't wrong. I know damn well I seen Lil Looney right on 54th Street School Auditorium, Earl Dog. This before he was Lil Looney. This before he was an official 60. But yeah, that was the homie, man. We never had no falling out. We was always good from the day I met him to death. We was always good, man. Can Mac give us an S-Mac story? I only got, I mentioned the other day I could probably give y'all a couple S-Mac stories. I'm going to give y'all one. Dude probably watching and listening right now. This is, let me see if I can figure out the year, though. The year. I don't know the year, y'all. This is early 1990s. I don't know the year, though. And S-Mac comes over to the house. So it's me and S-Mac. Mom's is at home. Now I got some neighbors, one, two, the third house away from me in the middle of the block, the Egglins. There's some their father's black, mother Mexican. So they Blaxicans, right? They were never allowed to play with us. And we used to make fun of them and stuff. We were supposed to be the bad kids on the block. So they didn't grow up playing with us. I went to school with their sister, very quiet chick. I used to make fun of her too. They pops hated me. Moms hated me too. So as we get older now, and they hanging out. They hanging out 3 houses away. They probably like 6 deep, 5, 6, 7 deep. S-Mac's a lot younger than me, and S-Mac was with the business. You know, S-Mac got his banging honestly, whatever. And S-Mac want to hit the dudes up. They're my neighbors, homie. Like, I grew up with the neighbors. Like, me and Sis been going to school together since like kindergarten or first grade, man. They no threat. They just the Mexicans on the block. And S-Mac starts drifting down the street. And I'm not tripping like, man, S-Mac, what is S-Mac wasting his time for? And I hear S-Mac say, where y'all from? Like, S-Mac's hitting up my neighbors. Like, where they from? I don't have no clue that these fools gang bang, Trinity bang, none of that. They might be some car thieves, right? Like, they were never out the house for years. For whole school years, they didn't come out the house. Next thing I do, I see dude in a Cutlass. He take off and he's speeding up my street. So I'm like, oh shit. Like, he just told on himself. Dude was an enemy. Like, they got the Mexicans on the block got an enemy down over here. He take off up the block. I'm like, damn, I stand behind this light pole because I figured, it's finna be on. Dude goes to the corner and burns rubber and comes back like some old movie type shit. Like, who does that? I pull out my 9 and he comes, the dude's driving by himself, speed. Dude had to be doing about 70. He doing about 65, 70 in a school zone, flying down the street. And he get the busting out the driver window. He busting and speeding and he like kind of losing control and I get off. Boom, boom. I don't hit shit. Like, I'm always talking about niggas that don't hit shit. I didn't hit shit. I don't even know if I hit the school across the street. But it was a gang of people at 54th on the playground playing basketball. I'm talking about a gang of people. It had to be like 5 sets of teams. It was that many people over there where I'm busting at. And S-Mac get off on him. Boom, boom. S-Mac get off. Dude, you know, he get up off the block. Moms come running outside. Kev. I'm like, it ain't nothing, Mom. You know, just another nigga driving by, busting on me. But Mom's like, you know the police coming. I'm like, well, here, Mom. I turn over to 9 like she the police. Here, Mom, here go my gun. Let me pick up these shells off the grass. And you go put the gun away. So Mom grabs the gun. You know, Mom's a gangster. Mom takes the gun. She like, you want me to take his gun too? I'm like, S, give Mom's your gun. S like, no, I'm giving up my gun. Like, man, I'm keeping my gun. I ain't give, number one rule, don't never give up your gun. Don't get caught without it. So we got to shake because I'm not ready to go to jail right now, right? And I got to go wash my hands and change my clothes, get the gunpowder off of them because all these Mexicans and all these people at the school, they all going to tell. So, boom, we rolled to the other side, 60 side. Lo and behold, who do we see coming up off of Inglewood? We see the Cutlass and the dude that was shooting at him. And S-Mac want to blow him away. I'm like, no. And dude speeds up. My scary ass ain't got no burner no more. I run and I'm trying to hide and shit. S-Mac step up. And I'm like, no, cuz, no. Like, I'm not in front of him. I can't grab him or none of that. I'm saying no, hoping he do, but then I really don't because everybody gonna know who killed him. Everybody in America is gonna know who killed that dude. So I'm like, no. So we actually spared him. I say I couldn't do no. What could I do? Throw a rock at the dude speeding down the street. But S could have got him. I'm like, nah, man, because I'm going to have that murder. Even though I'm not shooting at him, they going to blame me. And I'm here, I'm going to have that. No. So we spared dude's life, man. That's my one S-Mac story. Eventually, dude got in one of my homies and told him, yeah, ask Kevmac about me. I'm the nigga that was busting on him on this block. So dude's still around. Dude know who I am, but I never found out who dude is. And so, dude, if you're watching, or if you know who dude was that was busting, let him know the homie had him. The homie could have knocked him off. When we seen you coming up out of Inglewood, we was right there. We had you dead bang. And we spared you, homie. It wasn't even worth it, man. It wasn't worth it. Dude, just the homie S-Mac just wanted to know where y'all was from. That's all, man. He wasn't going down there to bust on nobody or none of that. Obviously, you was an enemy. But yeah, I love the fact Moms was down. Like, yeah, Moms was straight. Moms, man, when the police kicked in on her, Mom would say my guns was hers and all that. I remember she said a gun in the house, a stolen shotgun was hers that really belonged to my brothers. And I guess they ran the numbers. They did some shit and they came back and said the gun was stolen. I said, oh shit, they finna take Moms to jail. Mom said, yeah, that's my gun. I didn't steal it though. This is my gun. And they didn't charge Mom. So yeah, Moms was down like that. Moms was gonna take the beat for her kids without question. I don't know about F-13 and South Los 13 interviews coming soon, man. Last time they told me Hoover Clarence interview was coming soon. It ain't never happened. Now Hoover Clarence is on the Postman show. So y'all come over here with all that madness talking about who getting interviewed and all that. Man, I tell you, when you do that, that's the best way to get them to go somewhere else. I tell y'all all the time. Oh, I'll give you a story. This is a story S-Mac wanted me to tell y'all. And see, y'all messing up my story time for the channel. But S-Mac wanted me to give y'all this story. One day, me and S-Mac get in the car with me. I got the Suzuki Jeep. So we got to be talking. We got the Jeep in 88. Jeep was off the hook in by 89. 90, I'm in the Jeep. 91, I caught the case out the Jeep. 92. So we talking somewhere around there, right? It would have to be between 89 and 91. So somewhere around there. S-Man comes through, jumps in the Jeep with me. We go to Slauson Swap Meet. We go on to Swap Meet to get some like khakis or something. Maybe I might have been going to give me a Dodger hat or something. So we go to Slauson Swap Meet. And I leave my burner in the car. S takes his burner in the SWAT meet. I'm telling S leave the burner in the car. He's like, not me. S-Mac ain't leaving the burner in the car. So we go in the SWAT meet, and we see some dumb moves in there. And S-Mac is like, man, what's up? I'm like, whatever, what's up? So there's no confrontation or nothing. There's some looking and whatever, and S is contemplating whatever, and the security guard peeps S-Mac. And I guess he looked at S-Mac so good, he kind of seen or speculated S-Mac was holding something. So he walks up to us, and he say, what's up? What's up? He tell S-Mac, let me holler at you. S-Mac, holler at me about what? He said, man, just come here. S-Mac, take off running. He run up out the SWAT meet. I'm like, damn. So I'm running. So S-Mac take off running. Security guard running behind S-Mac. I'm running behind the security guard because I figured S gonna throw his burner or whatever, or they might tussle or whatever. So I'm gonna be there for that and assist the homie in whichever way I can. S-Mac running. I didn't know S-Mac could run so fast. S-Mac is flying down the SWAT meet going east. Security guard on his ass, but the security guard got mace and handcuffs and all kind of stuff. He can't keep up with S-Mac. Do you know this PA, security guard stops and starts busting on S-Mac. He's shooting at a man at his back that ain't done nothing wrong. And nigga, you are not LAPD. You just out of control, taking it upon yourself to bust on a dude that ain't done nothing to you, but not comply with talking to you. Like you want to be a police. You're not a police. He get the busting on S, man. He got off. I don't know how many times he bust on S, so don't give me the line. But it was multiple times. And he busting on S, and I just stopped like, damn, like, I thought they was going to fight or squabble or something. S was going to throw the gun, pick the gun up. Ain't nothing I could do to this dude now but talk shit to him. Like, you buster, you coward. Like, he didn't do nothing. Why you busting on him? So I go jump in the Jeep, go chase S down, and I find S over there. S done ran through the brims and got on 58th Street. So I find S over there with the 5.8s. And I'm like, damn, man, like they bust, like he bust on the homie. Like he really was busting on the homie like that. So that's the story S wanted me to put out there. So there it is. I gave y'all 2 S stories. I hate I couldn't put that one together for the channel, but hey, anything for the Mac Heads and Maniac. Hey, I'm out of here though, y'all. That's cool. 90 minutes. It's midnight. Go Lakers. Peace, y'all.